and he touched on it, that the Revelation 17, the Armageddon, 1616, Mount of. See, now I want you to listen to what I'm saying here, and look it up and whatever, because this is not going to be necessarily controversial. But there is no Battle of Armageddon. It says Meggido or Meggido. That's what they are saying. That there is no Mount Meggido in Israel. That's not what that's saying. Yeah, there is no Mount Meggido. Megiddo's a valley and there's mountains, but the mountains got different names to them. The last battle is not the Battle of Armageddon. The last battle is in Jerusalem. All the scriptures say that. Where's Yeshua returning? Armageddon, or is he going to Jerusalem? Mount of Olives. The scriptures, there's prophecies about that. We read about Nebuchadnezzar and the siege of Jerusalem, so on. Now, this is an important concept here. Isaiah 14, don't go there, but it's a picture of the king of Tyre. Or, let me see which one it is. That was in Ezekiel. Isaiah 14, this is the king of Babylon. It's likened to Satan, the false Messiah, but this is literally about the king of Babylon. And he says, I'm going to ascend to heaven, I'm going to put my throne above the stars of God, and I'm going to sit on the Mount of Assembly, Har Moed. Because when you say Moed is appointed times. Where do you go for the appointed times? You go to the temple, right? You go to Jerusalem. He says, I'm going to sit on the Mount of Assembly where everybody comes. And you actually can say Moed, the festivals, with a G, Moged. There's two sources for that I can give you. But you can ask, Elisa looked this up and we did some you can say it. In fact, there's Hebrew words that you can say it. But if you don't know that and come across that. So, Har Moed, I'm going to sit on the Mount of Assembly. What does Satan always try to do? He changes what God says to what he wants so that you go to his festivals, not God's. Right? That's what Jeroboam did. Jeroboam didn't want the people to come with Rehoboam and all that to the south. He set up a whole system of worship and set up calves in the north so that they wouldn't come to Jerusalem. That's replacement theology. That's what Satan tries to do. Well, in Ezekiel, or in Revelation, who's bringing the people to this Mount of Assembly here, this Mount Har Mogeddon? And it's Greek. It's not Greek, it's Hebrew. Who's bringing them there? The frogs. Who's the frogs? The false prophet, or the frogs coming out of their mouth. False prophet, false Messiah, and Satan. It's what they've always tried to do. They've always tried to get you to go to their festivals, not God's. That's where the battle is. It says, they gathered them together in the place in Hebrew which is called the Mount of the Appointed Times. There is no Mount Megiddo. The battle's over what holy days you're going to keep. That's what it's always been. There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah. So what you're saying is what they tell you is Mount Megiddo or Megiddo, or however it's pronounced it, overlooking the big valley, is just a tourist.
Yeah, well, they don't understand it. There's a lot of battles there, but there is no great. When they talk about the great battle, and that's the Jesus returns down, that's not where it's going to be.
No, they don't tell you that, but they do have this mountain, and there was a city out there, and they had a long.
Yeah, it's Megiddo, but the mountain's not Megiddo. There is no Mount Megiddo.
They called it.
It's a different mountain.
So it's just a tourist promotional thing. They call it Mount Megiddo.
Tradition.
Yeah, tradition.
But so Mount Megiddo here is.
They would say Mount Megiddo then, not Mount Megiddon.
Well, however they pronounce it. But so here in verse 16, that is Jerusalem. What are they talking about here?
No. It's a spiritual thing. That the false Messiah and the false teachings is always getting you. The battle is over what holy days you're going to keep. The Mount of Assembly. That's always been over that. there may be battles and stuff, but that's still, the whole thing is that the whole battle that this whole thing is about is over whether you're going to follow God or not.
So it's spiritual, not
It's a
physical.
spiritual. Yeah, the
Okay.
book of Revelation is all symbolism
Okay.
of real things that could happen, but that's not talking about a battle of Armageddon here.
Yeah, I know that.
This is talking about when you look at Armaggedon or whatever, it's this great battle over what holy days, the Mount of Assembly.